Last time in Planet Coaster 2, we said hello to Eaglehead Valley with 2 coasters in Eagles Peak and Firebolt, as well as a flat ride in Peppermint Power. And I was also introduced to the concept of utilities, which marked one of the main differences between this and Planet Coaster 1. And in this episode, I actually think I have some sort of idea on what we're doing today. Hello and welcome to another Iceberg video. Welcome to the second episode of Planet Coaster 2. So far in the Eaglehead Valley Amusement Park, we have set up a couple of rides here. A bit of scenery as well that I'd like to add onto, and by scenery it's mostly just trees. I've never been good with this sort of stuff. A couple of shops as well. What exactly are we missing here? Well, apart from scenery. Okay, so it says 2 attractions needed to get to the next star. I think we'll focus more on the rides to start off. I think I'd like to set up a ride next to Peppermint Power. It's going to be a coaster, and I want to see if there's a sort of wild mouse coaster somewhere. Might see something in Spinning Manic Mouse. That's not the one. Maybe it's wooden. I want this to be a family ride as well. Could maybe go for this one. We'll have it go this way. I want to expand the station as well. Once I figure out how to do that, let's just go left entry and exit and see if we can add on. There we go. Wait, what? Oh. That should do the trick. Why does it look like the platform is clipping onto the ground for some reason? Let's get the chain lift underway. Have this be a bit of a quick decline. It doesn't go vertical here. It only goes down to 50 degrees, so I guess we'll have to roll with that. I could zoom in a little closer and maybe figure out some turns as well. Okay, this is interesting. Just a lot of quick movement. It's not letting me to... Okay, there we go. We'll have it stabilize here and turn back this way. A little bit of a bend. What kind of inversions can we go for? Only an S-bend, and I guess we could do this. We'll have it bounce down and then up. Max height is 50. We'll level this out here, down at a 37. We'll have it do a quicker turn here. And let this drop back down. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I have no clue what I'm doing here. Thing is, we're only having turns at 90-degree angles, and that's making this a bit difficult. Oh, it's probably not going to be easy to smooth out either, is it? Let's have a big drop here. Let's have this turn so we can see if it's directly under anything. It's not. I'll have this snake up again and level this out. And another turn. We'll get a little straightaway and then add some brakes in. I don't know how much this will slow down, but I do want a little aftermath section. We'll raise this back up. I don't like the turn at the end. So how about we start from here? We'll have it go this way and then autocomplete. That should be decent, I guess. I have a feeling it's not going to go through in its entirety first try. So let's go and test it. Let's speed this up. Didn't even pay attention to the lift chain speed here. Let me look at the test details. Quick climb up. Looks half decent. Feels like it's low friction already. Might have to raise that first turn. Okay, there's definitely a collision there, so we've got to fix that. I don't know how it allowed me to go through with this in the first place. It's testing, so we can probably see, yep, right here. That's going to need a big fix. We'll delete this. Looks like it would collide with the track in the first place after the turn. And it's not letting me click that. Now it is. So let's see what it can do. It's going to be a tougher, or I should say tighter, turn on this instance. Can I raise this up a little bit? I can. Can't make it larger. I do want to make it higher at some point. So how will this autocomplete? Not very well. Can build off of this, maybe turn it this way. And we'll have it autocomplete from... Oh, that's even worse. Okay. Autocomplete from here. That might work better. Maybe. I think once we unpause it, it should be good to test now. Drops go pretty quickly from an early start. This one's a tough one to call. There's a little curve onto the incline. I don't know if it should go that high. A lot of excitement lost there. And there. Yeah, that's too high. I think the first pivot onto the 43 and then the 42 is fine. It does happen in that one sequence before going here. Let's try and lower all of this. Should work a little better. I want to try something funny here. Probably won't let me do that unless I extend here. It's not letting me do it anyway. Where's it going to let me pull down? So it does let me go beyond 10 degrees there. Right, it's still at 39 here. I got to smooth this out. Or maybe just try and autocomplete here. It goes down to 36. Can I drop it a little low? Oh, okay. We're going to have some fun with this one. Still, to be fair, maybe smooth this part out. Yeah, that should work. Alright, there's a collision. I don't know why it's not even marking these sort of collisions out, but we might need a tighter turn on this spot. We'll try and autocomplete that here. We'll do this for now. Pull it out this way. We can't do that. Maybe make this higher. And we'll see if there's any other collisions from lowering everything from earlier. I don't even know if we've gotten halfway through this whole ride yet. There's the glide, there's the drop. This will be a tight one. Works pretty well. Ooh, don't like that. Swing around, climbing back up, and a little too much. We're getting somewhere with this, though. I think it was this sequence that I was bothered by. Really not sure how to smooth this part out from here. So I guess autocomplete again. Not even sure what I want to do with this. If I smooth it from here, it's not letting me do that. It can let me do this. Decent turn onto a steep drop. Glides all the way up to 34 meters, which is way too high. Lower this down quite a bit. Does it intersect anything? Ooh, it looks close. What about this? All right, that looks good. And then it goes up to a 30 here. I'll smooth this part out. Or maybe just autocomplete again and smooth this segment. All right, let's test again. I think with those quick pivots, we have to put them in a higher elevation. So that way the G-forces aren't as much. A lot of turns in this one. High excitement there. Glides up. Barely gets there. And then it goes to a near complete standstill. So this part is going to have to be even lower. And I just realized the cars cannot go at the same time. So it's pretty much just 4, or is that 3 people at a time? No, it's 2 at a time. Oh well, we'll have to roll with it. Let's drop it here and smooth this part out. It goes to a straightaway. Gets a couple of brakes in. I don't know how much it's going to brake by, but I don't think this part should be as high here. Friction really was taken into account here. I forgot to slow it down in time. Alright, so the pivot onto the outside, turning back in. Another drop. It slows down quite a bit in excitement. Again, it's meant to make the turns safer. Nice little drop there. Climbing up. Dropping over. And has to drop quickly here. Gets past that hill and drops all the way down. The brakes hit it by quite a bit. So let's edit this again and have this drop all the way down. And maybe go for a bit of tilting as well. At this point, why not? Gotta take a closer look at the nausea level. Just to see if there's anything that goes beyond G-force limits. Quick turn there. that G-force level might be a bit high. That's a bit of a shame because it's in one of our biggest drops. This is the other big one. And then the brakes hit. High excitement there. And that should be good. We'll see if it's good enough. Okay, 5.63 excitement, 4.22 intensity. I'll take it. I've gone for a longer station to increase the amount of trains. Got 9 of them. And I'm going to call it Prey's Escape. A bit of a predator and prey type of situation. We see eagles as predators a lot of the time. We'll set up the entrance and exit and go from there. Let's start like this maybe. Tighter turn here. We'll drop this way. And that should work. And for the exits, that should be good. All right, no power. Let's add a power facility. Gonna have to connect this over to one of these. Testing incomplete. Oh yeah, we've got to run this again. I suppose while we do that, we could take a look at everything else going on. Many guests are thirsty, so we could set up, what do you even call them, a drink shop or something? Or a vending machine? I don't think I want a vending machine. Oh, it is called a drink shop. Let's go for Gulpy Soda. I want a full shop, and I'll have it... How about here? Why is it not accessible or anything to this path? What's going on? Alright, let's try this again. I really must not have been paying attention, because I don't remember seeing these buttons last time. Alright, it should lock on to the edge of this path. Right at the exit of Peppermint Power. What can I do with the rest of its power available? I could probably use the same distributor for a nearby ride. I think I know where I could place one. We'll get underway with a flat ride here. How about we go for this one, Synchronize. I don't remember seeing this in Planet Coaster 1. We'll set the entrance here and the exit here. We'll have this turn and give the people a view of Prey's Escape. Try and curve around. A couple of smaller curves here. And down this way. It should be... Wait, hang on a minute. How am I supposed to deal with this? Maybe clean up this path so... Oh my goodness. Okay. If I go back to this path and I can't even do that... You know what? I should be able to change the color or the style of this queue line, right? Why can't I have access to it or anything? Yeah, I might have to go to queue paths for this one. Customize brush. No, that's not what we're looking for. Customize style, that's the one. Let's give them a view over here and have this turn all the way back. Try and turn this around again, a little spiral or whatever. That should work. And for the exit path, no need for anything special here. Still want it to look somewhat clean though. Okay, so this is new. Got textures in this now for the frames. You can't have it directly for the carriages, but it can alternate between colors. I want to see what it looks like right now upon testing it. Let's give it the orbit view. Alright, very slow start. Oh cool, Prey's Escape is finished testing, so we could skip out of that. It's going to spin clockwise the entire way through. I'm seeing a borderline aquatic color scheme with this. So I'm going to call this Spinning anchors. We could go for a blue and an aqua green. Gotta change the frames as well. Might want to make some of these frames darker. Not this one. But maybe this one? I like that we can change the design of this as well. If I make the frame for this a little... No, I'll stick with the... Hang on, that's not even what we had initially. There we go. Now it's going to take a bit for everyone to actually get to these rides now. In fact, we're losing some people here. I don't want to build off of these paths just yet. How about we go for one closer to the entrance? Let's say right about here. Scenery brush. Okay, that looks really cool. That's going to make it a lot easier to set up scenery. Have some trees over here. Oh, the little reversal is pretty cool as well. Yeah, you know what? Let's full send with this one. That will make things a lot more convenient. So maybe have some trees here. And a small group of trees here. We could do autumn trees as well. I like this. Maybe set up trees around here. Yeah, I like the contrast with this one. Yeah, a couple of trees around here. What do I want to have with this ride? Maybe some small rocks instead. Yeah, I like this a little more. Yeah, have it near the little tower over here. It's not really a tower. I'm not sure what to call it. But yeah, we'll just have some rocks all over this way. Okay, maybe not that much, though. That's fine for now. Prestige of 690 with Praise Escape. Have I opened spinning anchors yet? I haven't. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, so the other ride I want to set up, which side of this group of trees do I want to have it? Or I can maybe have one go this way next to Firebolts. You know what? Let's go and do that. Now this idea I actually thought of ahead of time. I want to go for another suspended coaster, maybe a wing. I want to do this. Valaise and Nidvalden. Gotta get it past this group of trees, though. Yeah, this is gonna be a big one. I don't know if I want it to be that big, though. Got it at 72 meters. It can go for a vertical drop. I'm very used to doing those at this point. Now this ride, I want to be centered heavily around inversions and rolls. Mostly twist rolls like this. I don't know if I want to go for one straight away, though. I can maybe go for a dive leap first. 67 might be too high. I'll make this smaller, make the movement a bit quicker. 61. This is about as small as it could go, as it also goes up to 61. I'll drop this down, turn a little to the right. We'll go for a big 0G roll here. That's not it. I was looking for this one. How high does it go up to? 52. Let's try this Raven turn. Because it looks like it goes around. Hang on, is it going upside down now? I think it is. Part of me wants to keep it upside down for the moment, but I do want to flatten this out and make this level eventually. It goes up to 60 anyway, so gotta go for a deep drop again. A little bit of a straightaway so I can have space to smooth this out. And we're gonna go for... Where's the barrel roll? Got inline twist. I think it's just inline and heartline to work with. But yeah, my plan for this coaster was to call it Barrel Roll Academy. So how about we go for a heartline roll here? Let this go longer, and we'll have it invert back the other way. And we'll go for another 0G roll here. Is it going to intersect with this? I don't know, Chief. It looks very close to doing so. Let's go for it. And I want to go for a full spin on the turnaround. That's an inversion. Well, let's call it a custom inversion that I have done before. It goes up to 50. So I want to drop this again and go for a JoJo roll this time. Hang on, it looks like it's tilted, so level this out, turn it this way, and go for an inline twist. And let's go into autocomplete from here. I don't like how it has those very tight turns right at the end of the ride, so now we can autocomplete. I'm going to lengthen this out here, and we'll add some brakes at the very end. So let's go ahead and test this one. Can I get a good view of this? I'd rather have a front bumper view this time, and yeah, the chain lift is looking pretty slow. Let's see if it builds onto the excitement here. Fear's going pretty high as well. Alright, there's the drop. Heavy inversion, 0G roll looks good. Ooh, this one's a tight one. It stays upside down for a bit. This one is also a tight one. Pretty high drop there. Ooh, not a big fan of that. Now it stops. Okay. A lot of stuff to fix here. The first few times it goes to 61, it's fine. But when it goes to 60 again, yeah, that doesn't work out too well. So I'll drop this down and smooth it out. Let's get rid of that whole sequence. And we'll try and autocomplete this one. It's not looking too pretty. Alright, let's start from here. Let's cut back over to the left. Or maybe corkscrew this one. Corkscrew exit right. Now that's going to look a little bit awkward. So we'll cut back left. How high does this go to? 53. That, I think, should be fine. There is a 50 over here. I almost forgot where I was. We'll autocomplete and smooth this out. And we'll try this again. Okay, it's not letting me change the camera view from this point. Or is it? Hang on. No, not heat maps. Not in results either. Close test details. Okay, go back to interest there. Ooh, I like this chase view, actually. Double heart line into the cutback. Really can't let it get too high from there. Can it get past this? No, it cannot. So we've got to lower the second half of it from 50. I think the 0G roll goes up to 53. Out the end, and let's go for a quicker one here. Autocomplete again. Goes up to 50 again. And let's lower all of this. We'll smooth this section here. That's not what I wanted. It's already hit that part anyway. If I lower this... Nope. Yep. And it goes back to normal anyway, we'll just roll with it. The key is that you're upside down during this part. The hardline rules aren't really doing much to excitement here. Seriously, roll looks good. A little bit of a duck under. Go past this part. It can. Quick moment of excitement. Little shaky at the end there, so we gotta fix that. I can definitely increase the excitement from here. Wait, hang on. What is it? Okay. That was the chase camera. Did I not smooth this part out? It doesn't need the rise into the JoJo loop, so I'll lower all of this. That's not what I meant to do. You know what? Let's make it even lower if we can. Let's get one last angle movement there. What do you even call it at this point? I think excitement was like 6.48 last time. Can we land it up to 7 with this move? That is a much quicker inversion. Gliding over to the side. Little drop around. Bit of a messy ending, but it is 6.68. We'll take it. Let's give it the name it deserves. Barrel Roll Academy. I'm fine with the color scheme of the track, but how about we go all black for the train? Ride Prestige 917. There's not much room. Might have to put it around this group of trees. Yeah, let's turn it all the way over here. That will surround this whole area. And now for the queue line. Place the entrance here, the exit here. I want to start with the exit first. That'll work. And for the queue path, what style do I want to have it? Customize extras. And you can have free bins here as well, I think. I don't know. Let's go for the arrow queue this time. Okay, maybe don't lower it that much. There we go. You know what I could do? You know what? Let's not do that. And let's get another power distributor going. Is it going to need another power generator? Just a +6. That's all it needs. If I move it closer, is that going to increase its power? Not really. Can I duplicate this? I can. Let's have it right next to it. Right, another power cable. Let's connect it to here, and now it should be good. And open for business. Scenery rating's gone up to an 89 now. I think maybe it took some time to take this new feature into account, but we'll see how long it takes for everyone to take note of the new rides here. I wonder where everyone is at anyway. I see a lot of new faces arriving in. That is great to see. Alright, everyone's just come back from Eagles Peak, which nobody is Okay, I see a couple of people queuing over here. Is anyone currently riding this? Hang on, it's still testing? Why did I not notice that? Right, this should be good. A couple of people are noticing spinning anchors. Hopefully we can see that for Praise Escape. I don't think anyone's noticed Barrel Roll Academy yet. I see a couple of people who could possibly be heading over there. So what I'm going to do to wrap up this episode is we'll have a guest-facing view of all of the rides. We'll also have an orbital view of this flat ride here, Spinning Anchors. So you know what? Let's start with that. Spinning Anchors could do with more scenery around the queue. Well, don't mind if I do. Mediterranean rocks? Mediterranean palms, maybe? Okay, maybe not. Let's go for some small plants. Ride's starting up and no one's really paid attention to it yet. We'll have some scenery around this queue as well. Bit more plants here. That should be good. Why am I suddenly so eager to place scenery down now? Probably because Planet Coaster 2 has made it so much easier. I really thought they were going to go to the flat ride. Maybe this family is doing so? Nope, they're heading to Firebolt as well. Also, why did I think they were a family for some reason? Eagles Peak queue is paused until a staff member arrives. Does it need a sort of inspection? Nobody's even assigned to this work block. I guess bring in an extra staff member? Are they looking for a ride attendant or a mechanic here? I'll put one of both, just in case. I don't even want to read that achievement, because I have a feeling I would mess it up. Let's get a ride attendant here and see if that will do the trick. It's going, so give me a moment to set up the camera. Or is it stopping here? I don't know. Yeah, it's stopping. Well. Is anyone attending from this point? Oh my goodness. Okay then. Well, there's your answer. The queue line is getting better for this flat ride now. What's the best angle for it? I guess this one? Now that I think about it, I don't think I'm going to need an orbital view for this ride. I feel like this view would already give enough of a perspective. Alright, looks like this ride is about to stop now. A nice little family ride for spinning anchors. And with that, we can head onto the coasters now. The queue line should be going quick for these. But we'll get underway with Praise Escape. Let's catch the closest train we have here. I might have to go the entire way through. Car number 7. It's not letting me zoom out here, but what I can do... Oh, shoot, I'm looking for a guest... That's perfect. Alright, gentlemen. Are you ready for what is likely to be an absolute mess of a coaster here? Let me open the test details for this one. Well, it's not going to matter, because it's not working with the car we currently have. Yeah, it's a quick sequence early on. And that is Praise Escape. And with that, the last ride is going to be... Let me change the camera angle for this one. Let's move right over to Barrel Roll Academy. All the way over on this side. Is it going to show how many people are currently on this ride? You can see the shadow over there. That's nice. Alright, guest-facing view for Barrel Roll Academy. We'll see if anyone else is going to show up here. Yep, one person coming in. I have a feeling this is either going to be really scuffed or it's going to look really good. I really should have paid more attention to the chain lifts this episode. We're about to get underway now. This is the upside down part. No staff member available to attend Peppermint Power, so might need to hire another ride attendant. That's the Heartline roll. Onto the cutback, where you're upside down again for a couple of seconds. Liking the JoJo loop here at the very end. And that will wrap up all the new rides for this episode of Planet Coaster 2. Let me know of any coasters or themes you would like to see in the next episode. And if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you in the next video.